We are loading into quarterfinal number 2. Happy already in the semis. The winner of this match will be his opponent on Sunday. It was quite a dream semifinal when we looked at the bracket to see Happy versus LawLiet, but there could be a little party pooper, and there have been quite a few party poopers in these War3 Champions semifinals. Remember last time it was Sad kicking out Grubby, ruining the dream semifinal, I think, of Todd versus Grubby. We were robbed of that, and we might need some time again, as the connectivity issues of Dise seem to be back at the moment, but hopefully these will solve itself.
Not like this.
Poor guy.
Earlier the option was discussed to play 1 or 2 games tomorrow early, which I imagine would still be on the table.
Yeah.
At least we got through 1 game, right?
Yeah.
Glass half full.
And he didn't lose it through lagging or anything like that. Both players had good connections.
It seems like we try this from what we see from his behavior in games and in lobbies. Dise seems to be a really nice and gentle kid, good manners,
Yes.
which you certainly cannot expect if his coach is neutral. But, yeah, Dise seems to be a good guy. So let's get it on. Best of 3 for the semis.
All right, this is a very Potom-esque map. Very often do we see it on this map, so wouldn't be surprised to see even a Potom mirror, but we'll see LawLiet was kind of styling a little bit against Death Note. We'll see if he does it with the hero. Okay, it will be a Demon Hunter from Dise, and it will be a Potom from LawLiet, so although I wasn't right historically, at least I'm right today to think that a Demon Hunter first is what's on the menu for Dise.
It feels like every time we cast together, a little bit of my prophetism rubs off on you, man. You got some good predictions going on, Mr. Carson. Not only theory crafting, but also a little far-seeing from you
Solid.
over here. Very, very solid. So, yeah, Demon Hunter versus Potom. What does that mean for the two?
Well, it means typically it can be a little bit of a battle of the moon juice. Of course, the Potom, if he's on mass huntresses, he's going to be stuck on tier 1, even early tier 2 for a while. Of course, no bears. Nice detonate there from Dise, actually, to slow down the creeping of LawLiet. But it's going to be a battle of who can conserve their moon juice, and can Dise get up to tier 2, tier 3 with those bears? Can he hold in his base long enough? We've typically seen in the past Tinker second to hold against the mass huntresses. We've even seen Panda second a couple of times, but it's really about how well can you micro your defense if you're the yellow Night Elf Dise in this game against the mass, potentially, of LawLiet.
Damn. Yeah, it could also be, of course, Dryad saving against the Huntress all in, but then there's Glaive Throwers, of course, and Dise again with great scouting, making sure that he's not getting fooled by any weird strats, but he confirms it now. Huntress Hall, he saw that. Second Engine of War, he will see that a bit in the Demon Hunter. He's just going rogue. He's just trying to cancel the Second Engine of War. Is he not? I think so.
Or even the Moonwell, potentially. The Moonwell might be doable, but it'll be very close. He's going to go for the guaranteed cancel that he can get, which is that Second Ancient of War. Very big deal for Dise. Found his timing, but LawLiet, of course, always going to find his timing. Going into the base, going to try to get some wisps. There's a couple of archers to defend, but a couple are certainly going to go down. A dodge with the Moonwell. Dise so on point. Oh my god, this guy.
Yeah, seems like his connection is better again. He's causing quite some trouble for the Korean here.
Oh my god.
It's 4 a.m. for LawLiet, of course, but he's no stranger to playing games at night. Let me put it that way. So Dise getting ready. But how ready is he for this Engine of War by LawLiet in his base?
Yeah, I didn't even see that. I thought that was Dice's until I looked at the map. But so far, well micro by Dise. Didn't buy boots because he couldn't afford them, but he so far saved every archer. There's probably going to be a reveal if that archer didn't die anyway, but it does go down. The Searing Arrow is very, very strong, but he's out of mana now, LawLiet. And the tech is about 70% done. LawLiet is massing. But he doesn't have his second Ancient War yet, but he's still tier 1, of course. Well, he doesn't have his third Ancient War, I should say, I guess, at this point.
It's the second production engine of war. This one causing some trouble here. He's hiding in the shadows still. Of course, there's access to the laboratory if you want to spend the gold. Dise very low on supply. I think he's trying to block the archers. Doesn't really work. Dise now with the Hunter's Haul, which seems a little late. It is definitely late and it's getting cancelled, but good block here. A couple of additional shots on that Potter, who's packing a punch with the slippers.
Third archer potentially going to fall. I was talking about the moon juice a little bit earlier, and the moon juice is falling short for Dise. The only moon world that has any juice is the one about to fall to the Ancient Award. LawLiet is stocked up back at home, and he's going to need that to heal up this Potom. Actually almost level 3. Flying Sheep thought it was a critter actually blocking Dise, but not quite. Archers being pressured. There could be a reveal, but Dise holds for now. And notice the base build, actually. Only one slot to get in, so those archers can hide behind the Moonwells, and the Huntresses cannot dive on them. Ideally, probably going to see a second hero soon. Maybe a Tinker, I think would be most standard for Dise in this situation.
Yeah, I think so too. Says hello to the Palm in the middle once again. LawLiet blocking the exit of the tavern, and with that, no Tinker just yet. Of course, he would love to have an Ancient Protector ready for this push, but for an Ancient Protector, you need a Hunter's Soul. So, for lore, so you can't get the counters to this mass strategy. You can't get Dryads, you can't get the AP. This is still stressful for Dise, very stressful. Just getting a shop in the back at the moment. And now LawLiet is blocking the exit with the Shadow Melted Hunt.
Yeah, he can't get dust. He could reveal. Okay, now he's going to reveal. Does he have enough damage? He does. The Naga actually picked up for Dise. He's going to go for the pressure potentially on this Potom to force the town portal. And then that may buy him enough time to get perhaps a lore up. The Naga caught a little bit out. Actually killed a Huntress in the meantime.
Yeah.
Reveal. LawLiet's got to be careful here. There could be a lot of damage coming. But he's actually going to be able to micro it out potentially. Nicely done from LawLiet so far, who's putting on the pressure.
Good sidestep. Again, Demon Hunter would love to have boots every second. It's like, oh man, why was I not a little bit richer, a little bit earlier? LawLiet threatening surrounds you with the hunts, and this is a lot of damage on this Demon Hunter. Both first heroes, gotta be careful. A little bit of Moon Juice remaining. And now Frost Arrows against that Potom, which will... Oh, the Frost Arrow wasn't enabled. And that means no TP for LawLiet. Saves that for later. But Dise finally getting the Hunter's Soul up, finally getting the lore up, finally getting the AP up.
Yeah, finally getting rid of this Ancient War that's been whacking away on this Moonwell, I feel like, for the last 5 minutes. Very hard to deal with this. I think this is a great choice from LawLiet, just really putting pressure on the young talent, like saying, you know, I'm going to be in your face the whole game. You're going to be forced to make errors, but so far Dise has played pretty cleanly. And LawLiet's still on tier 1. I expect to see double glaives coming. Absolutely, there they are. And the timing is soon to follow, and really nice items on this Potom. Probably just need a heal scroll from LawLiet, and he'll be ready to go all in on the base of Dise.
Yeah. We mentioned this in the game against Kraft, that if you put Dise in a situation where he's unfamiliar with, this might be your shot, and Kraft tried that, and LawLiet is following the same pattern with his AP in the base, adding more pressure to him, cancelling the Hunter Soul, etc, etc. But I think he's holding his ground real well. I mean, the first attack was held. Now there's a second one for LawLiet with glaive throwers, but if that fails as well, this is Dice's game to take.
Yeah, it is 33 supply to 48, but of course tier 2 heroes for Dise. And an Ancient Protector, home base advantage with the shop in the back. The Moon Juice is not great, and a couple of Moonwells are actually pretty hurt. Probably going to see one fall right away. LawLiet looks to be getting even a Sapper potentially here. Could go for both those Moonwells at the top if he can get in, or maybe just a Zeppelin. A Zeppelin would actually be great for Dise here. He's going to have to hold on. This is going to be tricky to do with those glaive throwers coming in behind this. Oh, actually, glaive throwers in a Zeppelin.
Oh, how sweet. Of course, LawLiet, one of the best Zeppelin players in all of Warcraft, has to reposition the AP here. LawLiet now with the AP on his own. Demon Hunter never got to level 3. Kinda close. Can be staffed. We do have Fork Lightning. How do you reach these glaive throwers if there's a Zeppelin around?
Just a Glaive coming out for Dise. AP walking forward. The Glaives are putting in work on the Dryads, but all Dise has to do is hold for now. But the micro has been so good for LawLiet. He's going to kill 2 archers, kills both Dryads as it seems, and the Glaives are being pressured, but the Demon Hunter pressuring them. Super low, staff out. The Moon Juice is good enough to heal him back up to half health, but LawLiet seems to be breaking through. The Zeppelin did fall, and there's a Glaive out for Dise as well, but he's running low on Moon Juice, which is very important here. Maybe the Naga gonna fall even.
Oh boy, I think this is everything falling apart for the Russian here. Naga down. This Glaive thrower will be caught. The searing arrows, so much damage added now to every single shot of that bottom, and that's the Demon Hunter. TPing at 18, but Dise taps out. GG, LawLiet 1-0.
No real mistakes, though, from Dise. Of course, he maybe took a little bit too much damage from that Ancient War, maybe some micro errors, but maybe the second hero wasn't the right Naga as opposed to the tanker. But, I mean, still not too bad for Dise. He just sort of, LawLiet went for an all-in strategy. The all-in strategy worked, but wasn't really that bad for Dise, all things considered, especially against someone of LawLiet's stature.
Yeah, maybe the early decision to run across the map with a demon, a little over-ambitious. If he stays back more defensively, he can cancel that Ancient of War from coming up, which caused a lot of headaches. And he lost like 2 archers early on, which ideally you don't want to do. If you start losing archers early, things can really snowball out of control. He held his own fairly well, but if he had done that a little bit better with a couple fewer losses, would have made for a better game. But LawLiet is so good at this strategy. I remember him playing games, LawLiet against Moon on AZ, where Moon seemingly had the perfect hold against this strategy, but LawLiet making use of his map control, crept the whole map, got level 5, came back later. He's just so good with his pot and playstyle, which also, by the way, in Europe on War3 Champions really isn't the meta. It's seen every now and then, especially from Foggy, but most Night Elves here play Demon Hunter Bears.
Okay, we got another $5 contribution by Jan B-Man. Thank you. We're very close to the 4,500 here at 4470. Will we still make it to the 5,000 on day 1? Time is getting a little short here, ladies and gentlemen, as the first day could be over right after this very match. 2 of my favorite Night Elves in the entire scene clashing once again. 1-0 for the Korean. Dise has to tie this up, or he's out of that tournament. Next map, Last Refuge.
Okay, we're going to see most likely a more standard game between the two. We could, of course, have Potom again on this map. Starshapes has shown us that very cool Potom Mass Archer style where you go for an all-in at tier 2 with a Naga second after taking both shops. That's something we've seen from a couple of people. I think even... was it Foggy did that as well? Someone did it as well, but it's a strong strategy. Perhaps even Dise is aware of it. I doubt LawLiet would do anything like that, but maybe it's made its way to LawLiet as well. But I'd expect I'm going for it again, Neil. Demon Hunter from LawLiet, Potom from Dise.
Okay, Demon Hunter for LawLiet.
Nope.
Demon Hunter for Dise. At least you get half of it. You can't get everything all the time. So Demon Hunter standard opening. Wonder if this means that we get bears on both sides, as bears are kind of trendy recently. This would mean a much slower game, as of course we have to wait for tier 3. Could also be mass archers. We see that a little bit as well. With the tier 2 push, pretty dedicated, and maybe knowing that it's 4:30 in Korea or something. Maybe he wants to end this a little quicker.
Yeah, just go for 3 Ancient Wars. You know, you take the first 3 wisps out of your gold mine at the beginning of the game and send them across the map and go for 3 Ancient Wars. I've seen LawLiet do that before, and it's actually worked. But never against someone Dice's level, so maybe not. Maybe if there's a map 3, he'll have to resort to that.
Demon Hunter here with a claws of attack. Very good start for LawLiet. Ring of Protection, maybe not the greatest. 21 supply trick for Dise, which is kind of the norm. LawLiet instead going for another Moonwell here. And oh, actually the creep route's not mirroring.
Yeah. LawLiet will have the better items from this, but Dise will have the better positioning at the end and more health. from his creep out, so maybe Dise has more potential to go for one of the shops early with a couple of archers. You can do that with the Demon Hunter and just snag the item, whereas LawLiet's going to have, you know, potentially double claws. A circlet, also nice, but he's going to have to go back home to heal. So maybe I kind of like Dice's creep route a bit better. Now he can just go take the expansion.
Especially with illusions. That's so easy to do. He's not losing many HP. Like, there's okay, Trapper is attacking the Demon Hunter, but it's barely noticeable, especially with the Ring of Protection here. So LawLiet is hoping for a rejuve potion, I guess. Only what towards. We got a €10 donation by Terra Texor. You guys are amazing. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, my man. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And Dise isn't saying thank you at all because he got 2 rings, Neil.
That is, he can tank really, really well now.
Yeah, if there is the archers that you mentioned, the mass archers with the Naga maybe all in sort of thing, it would be incredible against that. But for the Bear Mirror, really not ideal. You want the damage, but most of your damage, I suppose, is coming from the orb anyway. Still not perfect. Would love circlets, I think, of course, would be the ideal. LawLiet, again, with the Ancient of War being very proactive, but he pulls a second creep camp, and Dise has yet to actually move his Ancient of War over.
Well,
so he's gonna do a lot of creeping.
Yeah, we say that LawLiet has the best creep routes in the game, right? So creeping 2 camps at the same time shouldn't be a problem for him, I guess. Holy smokes, ladies and gentlemen, it is the Golden Goat coming back with the first contribution of this very tournament. It's a €500 donation by Mr. Knoberquakes. You know what is meta, Remo. B2W quality content.
My man.
Thank you, Knubber. That's absolutely amazing. Don't know exactly what you're trying to say, but you could DM me if you. But thank you, man. Thank you. That's,
Remo will do anything you want at this point.
That is amazing.
Vito will coach you. Remo will say whatever you want him to say. You just message him, and he'll say it live on the broadcast. Get him canceled right here, right today. Whatever you want. Just shoot him a private message. Thank you.
In the next Uther party, we're all gonna let you in.
Kind of a shame you didn't do that already. But okay. What's the play now? We got a lot of Wisp queued for LawLiet.
I guess 4 might not be entirely overkill before going to tier 3 if he is going to go for double lures. 2 is about standard, but 4 is maybe safe. Though still, we do see lures from Dise already. And the Demon Hunter, unfortunate. This happened to Krav earlier, but he's going to be able to get out. And it will be Naga on both sides. No lures yet, though, at all for LawLiet, who can afford both the lures and the tier 3 tech pretty soon. But both the Dice's heroes are very low.
Yeah, man, he's putting Black Ops Heroes in jeopardy, that's for sure. Naga by LawLiet is getting blocked a little bit, but still in range for the arrows. And whoo, boy, Dise is in a world of trouble, I think, but still missing the follow-up of LawLiet.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wisps, and now he builds the lures. He built 5 wisps at tier 2, I think, or maybe 4. I could be wrong. I think it was 4 or 5, which is unorthodox, but he's not going to be short on lumber. And now he gets the lures. Now he gets the tier 3 tech. Maybe just something a little different from LawLiet. Maybe he must know something I don't about needing that many wisps, because I haven't seen that many be built at tier 2.
No, me neither. Maybe
upgrades, maybe 3-3 very early.
Oh, he loves upgrades, man. I've seen plenty of games where he goes for a second Hunter Soul just to queue more upgrades.
Yeah, it could be. I mean, he's not going to be shy on lumber, so he can get all he wants. He can get all the bear upgrades, of course, the call, the roar one, whatever that's called. Not Night Elf Flare. He can get Wellspring. He can get 3-3 upgrades, and of course the master training on the bears too.
Huh. Really curious about this. Maybe he thinks, okay, bears have more mana now in this patch, then I need more wisp to detonate.
Perhaps, yeah. Decent call. Maybe he'll use those. That's something we don't see a lot in bear mirrors, actually, that we maybe could see optimized a little bit more. Of course, against Keeper, we see it all the time. But in bear mirrors, yeah, getting rid of that roar, 25% damage is it's very important.
It's quite some damage. Yep.
It's going to be great. Sorry?
That's quite some damage.
Quite some damage.
Yeah. Oh, LawLiet moving the Engine of War into the creep camp. Is he gonna follow this up? Yeah. Demon Hunter distraction. Solo creep with the Naga. Oh, but Dise with a decent block with the first Dryad here. Is this forcing a TP? Or is the Naga coming in with the staff? Oh, no, there's nothing. It's just a TP. Naga getting up to level 2. That was quite something. Is everything in range? Yeah. Scraps of the camp. Go to Dise here. TP gone. Not bad.
And TP can be very important in Bear Mirrors as well. We see the Zeppelin drops all the time, going for that Tree of Eternity, if that is what the future holds, which both players are going for Bears and can creep out their labs pretty soon. You're going to need to replace that town portal. Wouldn't be surprised to see LawLiet even get it again pretty soon if he travels too far outside of his base. And Dise is going to use that town portal positioning. He, of course, knows where LawLiet is when he town portals. He's only got one spot he can go. Now he can take the red camp safe and sound.
Especially with all that reju that Night Elves got nowadays. So what's the item? Hood of Cunning? I would have hoped for something else, but Naga damage, okay. He'll certainly be happy about that, especially in combo with the Rule of the Mage, right? Who's faster with the Bears? Master training done for Dise and just now started for LawLiet. It's a quick update, upgrade, but creeping speed intensifies here.
Yeah, for sure. Both players are going to get their red camps, though, and then Dise is going to have to go down and probably take his lab. The map's most likely going to be crept out, and maybe LawLiet could take this other null camp to the left of the red camp, and he will pull a little bit ahead in experience, but it still shouldn't be a big difference. Dise, of course, already has the 4-3. That's just because he got the whole red camp. LawLiet's going to have that pretty soon after a couple of camps, and the Demon Hunter items definitely favoring LawLiet as he gets a Cloak of Flames, which ain't too bad in Bear Mirror.
Exactly. He will be with the front line here, and 10 damage per second to everything around you is pretty sweet. So is this enough for 4-3? Not yet. And he seems a little scared of that null camp, but wants to go to the shop first. He has eyes everywhere on the map, so he should know that he's not risking anything. Ah, okay, the lab, of course. If you want a Zeppelin, if you play Bear Mirror, Zeppelin is really good. The item can be really good, so cleaning that lab, certainly better than the null camp.
Yeah, you can get things like Heal Wards or Wand of the Wind, which is what Dise got. Is pretty decent when there's only one Dryad generally on the field. Yeah, one Dryad for both players just to get rid of a clutch rejuve generally, or an Entangle if there's a keeper second. But Ankh isn't too bad either. The Demon Hunter LawLiet is absolutely crazy. 1,700 or 1,075 health. And here's the first big fight.
Plus the rejuve. The Ankh is still up for grabs there, but yeah, we do have that fight, and I'm not too sure if LawLiet is ready. Dise has to move this one bear out. Fault Lightning hits hard. Reju on quite a bit here. No Zeppelin.
Yeah, Dise could be the one to actually steal that Zeppelin away. He has a Wisp at the lab. The bear positioning is actually really well done by Dise, who has Wand of the Wind. The Wisp advantage, though, is here for LawLiet, who's going to be detonating on the Naga at least, but all the bears are kind of falling low. Really not a bad fight at all as the Demon Hunter takes a lot of damage to the back of the base for LawLiet. Dise, you madman, he's actually breaking through. He's got the Zeppelin behind this, could save all 4 bears. LawLiet has no way really to heal up the Demon Hunter. Oh my. Dise isn't looking bad at all.
Yeah, a little bit of micro issues, I guess. Demon Hunter versus Naga now. It's so close. Naga saved, but he can't follow this up.
Oh my god.
Ankh picked up before. The Dryad is chasing this Demon Hunter, might be forcing another potion. Dise with this around here. Oh, no, not really. But the staff is on the Demon Hunter. Oh, no, it's not. It's on the Naga, actually. Rejuve coming in. Is it enough? Can he break through this? Yes! Naga falls. Demon Hunter about to fall as well. Dise with a sick timing. Now has the Zeppelin under control. Roar used level 5 on the Demon. And that should be the end. Maybe next to the shop.
Oh my god.
Only the Demon Hunter. What the hell? LawLiet down to 20 supplies. This gotta be it, but Dise doesn't want to overcommit here. Potion after potion. Oh, there's so much experience. Zeppelin in trouble. Ooh, what's happening? Zeppelin crashes, but that lures the Demon Hunter out. Is there another Dispel for the Reju? The healing is so sick. LawLiet, he's killing so much. Is this happening or what? He was with his back against the wall.
Dude, he just soloed the army with a Demon Hunter. The rejuves were so on point. He kills the Zeppelin, forces a greater heal, and now all of a sudden, although the Naga of LawLiet is dead and actually not coming back because he's just been pumping bears behind this for the rejuve, he holds just a Demon Hunter, and I think Dise is going to have to town portal now.
Oh my!
What the hell, LawLiet? I thought the game was over, Dio.
What a sick hold.
Oh.
And there's no expansion on the back of things.
That's why you get that one Dryad, and that one Dryad did fall for Dise and did not replace it. Now he is, but yeah, that one Dryad is so crucial, or having a Wisp there, just to get rid of that rejuve. Generally on the Demon Hunter alone, you just want to get rid of that. If that was gone, the game would have been over, but LawLiet certainly still a little bit on the back foot because the Naga is not out yet. Now being rebuilt, but a level behind. But how close to Demon? Okay, both Demons level 5, no level 6 waiting in the wings at all. It's going to be quite a while, but Jesus, Dise, I mean, he almost had it there. He really almost had it.
Yeah, but he also lost a lot. Maybe Zeppelin Micro, not his forte yet. There were seemingly some micro bugs here and there when he couldn't pick up the bears or was a little over eager with them. Zeppelin was ready, maybe couldn't afford it. Bears, Demon Hunter, Dryad, Naga catch the Demon Hunter out in the open. No mana on either side, which makes regenning this a lot harder. No roar on Dise.
Oh no, he auto-abolishes the roar, and now he can't get rid of the rejuve. Dise, a mistake. A second Dryad comes in, and this is one of those situations where the items are actually really important on LawLiet. He's kind of destroying with this Demon Hunter, whereas Dise kind of lacking in the damage department. A lot of bears are falling. Staff of Preservation on both heroes for Dise. The Demon Hunter taking a lot of damage. Where's the Moon Juice, though? Again, we're in a position where LawLiet, has to sell the slippers to get a potion. The Naga about to come out. Be ready for the Fork Lightning.
So close, man. No mana anywhere. The Demon Hunter is so strong. Right-click battle. Staff is ready. Both of them. 2 stabs on Dise was, of course, a great advantage in that fight. Again, all the bears dropping so low. Dise going up to 51, which kind of hurts him. Echo-wise, Demon Hunter is chasing. Probably going to get that bear. Staff's on cooldown, trying to slow down. Counter block by that Wisp. Excellent Warcraft by both of these Night Elves. As here on the right-hand side, LawLiet is chasing with the Dryad and the bear, and the Naga gets that kill as well. Multitasking at its finest.
LawLiet is so insane, man. The fact he holds on, the precision of his micro to keep this Demon Hunter alive the entire time, to just hold on to that Naga gets back, and all of a sudden, LawLiet's in the lead. The supplies are 37 against 47, so not necessarily in the lead supply-wise, but certainly he has been having that defender's advantage the entire time. What are the upgrades as well? 1-0 for LawLiet against 1-1 for Dise, so pretty even. 2-1 is coming through for Dise. Does he still have a timing to break LawLiet, or is he going to need to maybe go for an expansion, go into the late game? I'm not sure what the play would be for Dise now that he's lost these fights.
How frustrating is this when you know you're pretty much one swipe of the Demon Hunter away to win this game? But the Madman is holding on, goes to the shop over and over and over again. The economy in LawLiet land seems to be really good. Invo Potion here, double mana burn, of course. Anyone close to 6? Not really. Fork Lightning might be a big advantage very, very soon for Dise as he's closing in on 5.
1 mana burn, that's all you need on the Naga. And now both Demon Hunters out of mana, and the Naga of Dise has full mana at 500, about to be level 5. These Fork Lightnings, these Cold Arrows could really make the difference, because LawLiet's not going to have a lot of mana burns at all. This could really be a big deal in this fight, but the Focus Fire on both Demon Hunters. Fork Lightning surprisingly not going onto LawLiet's Demon Hunter from Dise. Ooh, both players take a lot of damage. The staff passed. And both Demon Hunters. Is there a Fork Lightning double staff out for both players? So high level, Neo.
Oh my, potion once again. LawLiet holding on. 37, but double kill with the Fork Lightning. Is that the shocking ending to game 2? Dise storming forward again into LawLiet's base, but this time he might be a little more patient. Takes out the buildings one after the next. Invo Potion on the ground. Fork Lightning again. This reeks like a double kill. Oh, last bit of Moon Juice. Such a thirsty Demon Hunter, but this must be the end of all things.
Tornado!
Tornado celebration. An entire level is what he gained in this game, and Dise is taking a map off of LawLiet, and what a crazy game this was.
That was one of the best Night of Mirrors in a long time. Bear Mirror, sometimes dull. Not this one. That was amazing. Dise with a really great showing here, and again makes a statement of how good and talented of a player he is. But that hold by LawLiet, with 20 supply, 1 Demon Hunter. I love one guy in chat, I think, had the best comment. he called it 1 HP gaming because that's what it was.
Yeah.
He was constantly on less than 100 HP, just one rejuve after the next. The Moonwells, LawLiet doing everything he could there to stay alive, and he did stay alive, but he was so far behind. Still ended up losing, but man, that was one hell of a game.
It was really the difference of that mana on the Naga. LawLiet had no mana on his Naga for no Fork Lightnings, and Dise had 550, and there was no mana burns coming in. So I think it was 4 Fork Lightnings on the Bears. Start off with 3 and then 1 on the heroes at the end. That's a lot of damage. Level 3 Fork Lightning is pretty insane. It's one of the strongest spells in the game, I feel like, for just nuking down units. So, having that much mana on your Naga can really make the difference. And although LawLiet has a crazy hold, Dise does not throw those. What a guy.
What a guy, man. Half a year ago, he couldn't even qualify for the top 16 in Europe, and here he is taking maps off of LawLiet. And just hold his ground. Just like that. Okay, that was a straight up bear mirror. This was the map for the Russian. This was probably be the biggest success in his Warcraft career so far if he eliminates one of the best players in the past 6 years in Warcraft 3 in LawLiet. He's one step away from that. Decision time. Last map of the day. Concealed Hill.
Oh man, what's the strategy going to be? It has been 2 different strategies for LawLiet so far. Does he have a third in the tank? A keeper could be on the field. Not too common in Night Elf Mirror, of course. From Dise, would we expect a Demon Hunter 3 out of 3 games? We'll have to see. I have no predictions here. I got no idea. Could be a Warden Mirror. How about that?
Well, I'm wearing that Warden shirt for a reason, so I wouldn't mind. LawLiet and Moon, they've played a lot of Bottom Mirrors, and this is exactly what we see here. LawLiet was kind of frustrating, saying, man, this Moon guy, he's always doing this one decision better than I am, so I'm losing that. But yeah, Concealed Hill, Bottom Mirror, it feels sometimes that whoever pushes first wins the game, but I'm all out of predictions for this series now.
Wow, this is really a situation where I think, there's a good chance for Dise because, it's going to come down to these really wacky all-in, who gets control of the fountain at night sort of thing, who has better moon juice, like you say, who attacks first, who has better, perhaps, glaive thrower positioning. It can be really wacky, weird things that can win you a game when it comes down to Potamir, and I want to say Dise is a real shot, man, and I love LawLiet, but how cool would this story be if Dise could do it in Game 3? This would be insane.
There's always an upset with Night Elves in the upper parts of the bracket at War 3 Champions Finals. First it was LilDC, then it was Sad, and now it could be Dise. But judging from the Zeppelin micro in Game 1 and Game 2, and Game 1 for LawLiet and Game 2 for Dise, I would give the edge to LawLiet here. It will probably be a lot about Zeppelin micro when it comes to glaive pushes.
Yeah, the small exchanges are going to be very important. The little micro plays, and LawLiet probably one of the best in the world at those cutesy little details. Even players with the micro of Happy, you don't see those nice little details from them just as much as you do with LawLiet. So definitely has the micro, has the even the creativity of plays in his favor. We'll see what the strategies are. They can differ. 2 Ancient of Wars for Dise, and for LawLiet 2 Ancient of Wars as well. And both of them at the labs. Apparently this is a standard thing. Night Elf Mirror. Okay. This is what you're supposed to do, apparently.
Right, you gotta make sure to get a Zeppelin, and this is, I think, what it does. Gives you a good level as well. You know that you can't fall behind in leveling, I guess, on that bottom. So you have to creep or have the craziest harass of all time, which is, I think, way too much of a risk. So should be safe to creep that up, but feels like Dise is a lot faster in whatever he does.
Yeah, and they both have the same items pretty much too. Both got a ring from that first camp, so a little bit weird that he's pulling ahead of LawLiet and creeping. But,
yeah,
a little bit quicker. I guess the damage rolls are on his side. Maybe that's all. One person get the lowest damage rolls, one person get the highest. That might make the difference. You never know. So
cool, by the way, to see Dice's mentor Neutron in chat shouting "My boy" like a proud daddy. It's a really sweet story. Tome of Agility for Dise.
Didn't see what it was for LawLiet. Was... Oh, it takes too much brain power for me to figure out. It was strength, I think.
It is, it was very early waking up for you today.
Yeah, way too much brain power for that. I'm just gonna say random words until this game's over. And an Ancient of War creep.
That is what my entire caster career is based on, so following in decent footsteps, I guess. So now, things might be a little different. LawLiet is already approaching the laboratory. And Dise saw this, I guess, somewhere. He's heading straight over, but without the bottom.
When Dise is actually teching, so this is where the strategy differs. LawLiet staying on tier 1, and the Creep Jack also, but this will grant a little bit of an item advantage in that Potion of Greater Mana. Not the best for Night Elf, but of course, can help with the Moon Juice. If you use all that mana on your bottom, you can drink that potion, then drink the Moon Wells, and it can help it a little bit in that department, but of course not the greatest item. But we'll see. I guess LawLiet's going for this double Glaive Thrower timing again. Does it work against Mass Huntresses if your opponent's doing it as well? I don't know.
Super interesting, of course. Level 3 for Dise unlocked. On the other side for LawLiet, I think he sold the potion. Yes, he did. Dust on Dise and Illusions, which is pretty good. For LawLiet, we got nothing.
Yeah. And the heal scrolls, when they spawn, are going to be very important. Would expect to see both players go to the bottom shop because Dise is the one being the aggressor here and try to fight over there. Their pings are exactly the same if memory serves, so will be truly who has the better positioning on the shop will get the heal scroll. But it's still going to be a little whiles away. Nice little creep pull, but the Bloodlust, that shop is always weird to pull. LawLiet's going for some sort of surrounds, but I don't think... Oh, maybe he's going to get one. That'd be crazy. Doesn't. Okay.
All right. This looks like the final countdown. No, LawLiet is gonna be the aggressor. The lab here not opened up yet. 40 seconds until Zeppelins become available. Dise can't afford to lose the Engine of War, of course. Feels like they gotta fight here. Upgrades, 1-0, 1-0.
Okay, the Glaives are coming as well for LawLiet, so this is timing we're speaking of, but the tier 2 should be done in time for Dise to get a second hero. Is a second hero enough? Oh, nice surround, gonna snag himself one Huntress kill, the first blood of the game as it seems. But a lot of Moonwells are going to be invested. Oh, one more hit potentially. Oh my god, that Searing Arrow does so much damage, almost kills the bottom of Dise, but he does heal up fully, and also the shop in the back on tier 2 for potions will be great.
Yes.
For Dise.
And staff and tier 2 and whatever he wants to go for. Yep. Dryads, Huntress upgrades with Moonglaves. Oh, Dise steals the Zeppelin! Big move.
Microing it against the Huntresses, not going to be perfect, but buying a lot of time, though. A lot of time being bought. And the tier 2 advantage is going to come into full force soon. Could even go for lures. LawLiet's now teching. Okay, he has been teching for a while, pardon me. But still a big advantage for Dise in that department.
5 seconds till the next one, but LawLiet, he's losing a glaive throw in the base. Don't want to push into this as the other 3 glaives are so protected, but I feel this is big pickups. If he gets a scroll, this might be Dice's game to take.
Dive the Ancient War. Oh, this could be all 3 glaives going and then a town portal behind. Where's the Zeppelin for LawLiet? It's coming in. He's going to lose 1 glaive in the meantime.
It's 2 out of 4.
Yeah.
And how do you get rid of that Zeppelin if you're LawLiet? I mean, there's not much anti-air, it's just the bottom. Dise is playing cats and mouse.
Leave the Archer, yep. Okay. Leaves the Archer, he gets out. Okay, sorry Archer, but you were the weakest link there.
Exactly.
And, Dise gets out. Nicely played from Dise, but what is the tech transition?
Yeah.
Is it just Vorpal Glaives with... It's going into Archers with upgrades now, but I guess it will be Ancient War units for both players. No lures or anything.
Upgrade number 2 coming for Dise. LawLiet going more glaives. Whew, second attack upgrade for the Korean. What's happening next? It's so hard to predict. Both are playing 1 hero. Of course, Dise is getting a lot more experience now being on tier 2. Oh, LawLiet actually made it to tier 2 as well.
Yeah, but he did have the tier 2 advantage for quite a while. Oh, Dise may be overcommitting. He's got to wait for those fountains to be cleared up, or he's going to have to invest a heal scroll, which he's going to now purchase. One thing worth noting is with the Zeppelins, with the Huntresses, you can really go into the main base, and you can't really repair. We saw this earlier happen to LawLiet in the 2v2 against Sonic. Very hard to repair against Huntresses if there is a dive for that Tree of Ages. So we'll see if that comes into play with the Zeppelins, but for now, Dise just has to heal up and not get surrounded, ideally.
Ooh, I think he wanted to go for another scroll, which was available. Maybe shop delay, a very, very frustrating thing in Warcraft, of course. And now LawLiet gets it. One heal scroll versus one, but... Ooh, Glaives now, taking care of that Engine of War. LawLiet is at the final push into the semi-final. Damage is crazy.
4 archers. Yeah, there's 4 glaives and 4 archers. I think we know who has the advantage in those secondary units. The glaives are absolutely insane, and what they also do, they force the fight. You have to push, or else you will lose every single Moonwell, so it's going to be very difficult for Dise.
Still trying to buy time. Another Engine of War coming now. But everything is so hurt. He couldn't hold on to that potion as much as he wanted to, and he can't really drop onto that glaive thrower. Trying with an alchemist now as a second hero, maybe with heal spray.
Oh, he's going to need a whole lot of heal spray, though. Neo, he's going to need about 5 heal scrolls to the bottom about to fall. The glaives being pressured, but the Zeppelin Micro is, of course, going to be there. Town portal out. There's just not that many units left for Dise, and I think we're seeing the beginning of the end, but what a great try. He might be able to kill the Zeppelin, maybe able to kill the glaive throwers, but he's just out of units.
Oh, man. Yeah, I think he can't get that Zeppelin there somehow. He's trying to get the glaives, but the Alchemist alone doesn't do enough damage. Pardon by LawLiet carrying this hard level advantage here. Oh, the glaives! They were... oh, that was so close. He almost killed them. And now they shoot again at the bottom of Dise, and this might be the last searing arrow right there. GG! And we get the dream semi-final. Happy versus LawLiet.
Man, great series though by Dise. That also looked a little sketchy for LawLiet at times. When he stole the Zeppelin, it looked really good. He took out 2 glaives. But yeah, in the end, it's LawLiet making it through against Happy. On Sunday, Championship Sunday in the semifinals, they're going to meet, and they have had many crazy series before. And this might be the biggest challenge Happy has ever had in these War 3 Champions finals.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Of course, they were great players already, but this was very, very promising. LawLiet playing so late after such a long day, still wonderful performance. I think there's only one night up in the world who can beat LawLiet on Concealed, and that is Moon. And both need, he needs a good day for that as well. Dise, you're getting closer and closer and closer to the elite. There was certainly a showcase for you today, and I can't wait for the next one at DreamHack.
Yeah, agreed. Well played to him. Like that, taking a map off LawLiet, that is not something a lot of people can say that they've done. Even some of the very, very best players, at least in North America, cannot say that they have done that. So it's not easy at all. It's not easy. He's an extremely strong player. So going 1-2 against him, excited to see what the future holds for Dise. But yeah, that's the end of him. GG's.
End of him for now. Indeed, the bracket will be updated in a bit, so we're going to show it after. But we got the schedule for day 2. As we said, this is a 3-day extravaganza, and tomorrow we start 2 hours earlier than today, as we start with the remaining 2-2. Sugar at SDMK, what a legend. Nice to see him back, versus Shocker and Tox. This is certainly going to be some fast fiends, am I right? Afterwards, 2-2 semi-finals to determine who's going to continue to Championship Sunday, with amazing matches there as well. A couple of teams that we haven't seen today, including Kraft and Starbuck, my favorite team in all of Europe. And what's actually the lineup? The winner of the first 2-2 will meet LawLiet and Soin. And yeah, of course, it is Kraft and Starbuck versus Shake and Bazaar. And then we move into the bottom part of the 1-on-1 bracket.
Ooh, baby. That's gonna be real spicy. Of course, Fly against Impy is going to be incredible. Spiral against someone. Will Spiral have will he show up to play? And you think he's been sometimes a little bit demotivated in the past, playing off races, maybe not playing the best orc that he's capable of. But if he shows up in shape, he's an incredible player, and he can definitely take down someone. And then Insup against Xlord, I get to see my country mate go up against your guys' country mate in Xlord against the Super Bowl. That'll be very exciting. Will the memes end? And then, of course, Foggy against Neutron. We saw Neutron's disciple here, and we've seen Foggy, playing very well recently. So that'll be exciting. Another Night Elf mirror. Can't wait. Cannot wait for those 1v1s. And the 2v2s and the FFA and everything.
Everything.
The 1v1s. Yeah.
Yeah, today, if that was just the warm-up for what's to come, I am very happy with this tournament.
Yeah, it's one of our favorite tournaments. Quickly became one of those. It's a big celebration. I think we're off to a good start. We got really close to the 5K mark in the contributions, in the prize money. And tomorrow and on Sunday, things are really going to heat up. We're going to finalize our bracket here. We're going to see some 2v2s and the madness of FFA that awaits on Sunday, which I don't even know how long a game lasts. It's going to be pretty nuts. But yeah, this is it pretty much for today, and it was a lot of fun.
Absolutely. We'll see if Ricky joins us tomorrow, or if it's going to be the same tripod, I guess. Carson, I hope you have a lot more coffee now and enjoy the rest of this wonderful day. Remo and I will probably go to bed early to be super refreshed for day 2. Any final words to the viewers and the community and the devs, etc., etc.?
Well, thank you guys for watching. Decent viewership today. Insane support for both the tournament and for us, and we appreciate it very much. And if you want something else to watch, you can go check out my interview with Thorzane that's on the YouTube as of an hour and a half ago. If you want to watch something, you go check it out, guys. You go check it out. And but yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you tomorrow. Much earlier for me. It's still gonna be dark out when I get up. But well worth it for what we have in store. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.
Something that's also well worth it is our Patreon, and we got very, very cool supporters over there. Of course, the Golden Goat Knubberquakes. We have the Midas tier supporters in Toxie, who's also doing admin work and behind the scenes dev work for War3 Champions. So big love to Toxie. We got Taggy, Nem, Save Orcas, and Scription, all wonderful people at the Midas tier supporting us on Patreon, and the Prophets in Dondolare, Jay Getz, and Ann Padrud. You guys deserve every single shout out we give you. If you want to be as cool as these guys, patreon.com/back2warcraft. And of course, if you're on Patreon already, what's better than to support Back to Warcraft and War3 Champions on Patreon? I can't think of much, so patreon.com/W3 Champions to get some cool portraits there as well. The good thing is, online shops, matcherinos, and Patreons never close, so you have the rest of the day or night or wherever you are to check out the links that we provided throughout this entire day and click on whatever you feel interests you. Patreon, matcherino, everything. Enjoy. And that was day 1. See you tomorrow. Mr. Remo Demo, please close the broadcast.
Guys, have a good night, have a good day, wherever you are. Day 1 is over, 2 more days remaining. We're going to see each other again tomorrow for more awesome War3 Champions finals. And until then, have a good one. Peace out.